What is going on, guys? And that's right, this is not a Shadowverse video. We're doing more fun unboxings today on the channel. I was told, hey, let's go to Gen Con. And what's a Gen Con? Well, the Neopets, like, National Championship, I believe, is a Gen Con, is what they call it. And so, you know what? We needed cards. We have not updated our deck since set 1, actually. Bought the set 2 cards. This is set 3. The Champions of Meridell. If you don't play Neopets and you don't know, this is like the good knights versus the evil kingdom, kind of. It's pretty basic. They're actually the main... Let's see, right here. Boom! In the greatest game ever, Neopets Legend of the Darkest Fairy. I never actually beat this game, but you play as the dog guy who is supposed to be like like a fan of this guy. I think this guy's like the super famous hero guy or something. And so we're going to see a lot of cool knight cards and like royalty cards, it looks like. I didn't look at the full card list. I just know there's a Kacheek in here. So once again, that is what we want to pull. And yeah, I have no idea what's in the set. I just know that there's probably cards to upgrade our deck. And I'm probably going to eat shit at the event. But, might as well try a little bit. So we're going to open these 2 boxes. And look at this. 24 8-card packs. Shadowverse could never give us this kind of value. That's right. I think these boxes are on their website. I think that you can still buy set 1, I believe, at like $90 a box. So not too hard to get product for this game, but also where do you go play it? I don't know. Very hard to get singles. Very hard to get singles. Usually there's like a one of in a case that is a staple, at least with the... I know with the Jadora it was. She is the darkest fairy, but yeah, let's get into it. I hope... Let's like... Oh, okay. Let's try to... Yeah, let's do that. That looks better. We're going to start off with the Zafara, the Skeeth. The stats on the cards... Yeah, I don't know how important they are, except for I know the health is broken and defense is broken. I learned that while getting hand-ripped by a control deck. That's the strongest thing ever. We got Bloodthack. I've never seen this guy. If you have 10 or more cards in your inventory, so if you have a 10-card hand, your attack becomes 10 this turn, and during your next battle phase, your Neopet can make an additional attack this turn. So you get to attack twice for 10 dice. Kind of broken. Jaren Shield. During your opponent's battle phase, while calculating damage, your critical success are treated as 2 successful blocks. Okay, so if you roll a 6, you get like 2 blocks. Green Knight Shield. During your opponent's battle phase, with at least 3 equipment with Meridell or Knight, so you can only have 3 equipment on the board unless a card says otherwise. So if you have like a full board of them, you may reduce your agility to 0, so you can't reroll, and you gain that much defense. So you get to roll that many defense dice. That sounds kind of shit. Zombie Pets. If there's a card in your discard, bury it. So if you... What is... Oh, wait. So I don't know what bury is. Codestone. I believe there's also like codes as well. We're not going to give those away. I have a stack of them over here. I don't really play Neopets. I just sometimes buy the cards for fun. I like supporting the game that, it made it to set 3. That's pretty impressive, actually. Usul. Okay, I like Hannah from Hannah in the Ice Caves. Winnie, fetch 1 Meridell Legend or 1 card with Meridell. So they added pets as well. I don't know how they work. I actually don't know anything. Like I said, I haven't actually played the game. Haven't played the game in a while. These cards feel weird. Like, I thought do I have other Neopet cards around me? No, I don't. They feel like these fucking plastic cards I have. They're definitely strange card stock. Definitely a strange card stock. It is made by Upper Deck, and Upper Deck, they don't actually make real TCGs, so I'm sorry, Neopet fans. I am both a strong ally and a person who thinks that the game is fake. Red Cow, this card's fucking broken, dude. 6 attack dice. I remember this card, but I think the card that it went with got banned. A foil Codestone. Nice, nice. Darrigan Paintbrush. I don't think the Kacheek can go into Darrigan. I think it only goes into Royal, so it doesn't do much for us. Sally. Discard your entire hand and search your deck for one of the following. Discard your entire hand. That's unbelievable for a single search. What an awful card. Fishberry Food. You get to banish any number of cards. See, I know what Void is, I think. That's where you banish, right? So what does bury mean? Like, why does the card say bury this in your discard? Or just send it to... I don't know. You target one card in either player's grave. Place that card on the bottom of their deck. And for each bury card banish, you get to do that. So you get to, like... Just like anti-deck out? I know that there was like a deck out deck in the most recent like thing. I read there was like the punch bag cards or something. Every time they took damage, your opponent milled. So there's probably like some really disgusting... Like, this game is insane. Like, this game is made by like a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! Like Edison. So this game is like actually is like high power level. Which is insane. Like, look, it's like Neopets. But, I mean, look, what that's the same as Alestrals, right? Or whatever that game was. The Alestrals is made by Pokemon Guy, though. But Yu-Gi-Oh! People went to it. Kara Lupe. Is that looking good? Yeah, it's looking good. Lupe foil Aisha. And the foil Lenny. During your preparation phase, you may discard 2, draw up to 3. Holy shit. The Darrigan Lenny has... we get the Scorf Pet Companion. But yeah, no, this guy is Graceful Cherry on a body every single turn. Master Vex Legend. I know that these... what the fuck is this guy? When you draw or add this card to your hand, if you have no other cards in your hand, you may play. Okay, so that's why we discard our hand. That's also why we get to search this. Look at the top 4 cards of your opponent's deck. If those cards are all the same type, you may banish them all and draw 4. Otherwise, you may send any number of them to their discard pile and return the remaining to the top or bottom of their deck in any order. So there's like a deck out, control, mill. You discard your entire hand to like mill your opponent for. I don't know. I don't know if that's good. I bet it's a combo that like rips your opponent's entire hand in like 2 turns or something. After my last experience a year ago playing this game, I am scarred, and I'm just going to assume that the combo is like not actually tested, or it was tested, and they said, huh, that's funny. Walkie, we got the Drake 10-4-3. I don't know what a good stat line is in this game. Like I said, I still don't know. Lenny, Leisha. Remove all status effects from your Neopet. If a status effect was removed this way, your Neopet's attack becomes 10 this turn. It's like an anti-freeze because they're like lock cards. And then if your Neopet is level 4 or higher, so if you have 4 energy on it, this card gains the following effect. Search your deck, discard, and or inventory for 1 card named Leisha's Homemade Armor and or 1 card named Leisha's Wand and play those cards. They are not sent to the discard during end of round cleanup. They are not sent to the discard during end of... So, end of round cleanup, this is like your equipment gets to stay on the board after your pet dies. That's kind of crazy. Because it works like... it works like Pokemon, but like imagine when a Pokemon goes down, like it's like a Pokemon with no switches. And when a Pokemon goes down, both players lose their entire board. That's end of round cleanup, I believe. Search your discard and nerf for Leisha's Handmade Armor and 1 card name and play those cards. They are not sent to the discard during end of round. Is that right? I don't know. I actually need to know what end of round. I imagine because your equipment doesn't just go away. No hand, play this card, search your deck for 1 card with level requirement equal to your Neopet's level and play that card. So just like search anything and play it. Another card, so it seems that there is like a there's like a handless archetype. It looks like if you're playing Darrigan and you could ditch 2, draw 3. Do you think you have to discard 2 to actually get the draw 3? You probably do. Search one of your target one of your opponent's equipment and that card. Send that card to their discard and replace it with this card. This card cannot be removed from Battledome except by end of round cleanup. Oh, end of round cleanup. They are not sent to the discard during end of round cleanup. Okay, so the fake cast charm, you remove something on their board and you give them basically, like you zone lock them. You zone lock them because you only have 3 equipments. You give them this, Boom, they only have 2 equipments. Their equipment heavy deck, they can't play the game. And then this girl gives you cards and then they stay on the board. But this one's like impossible to remove, so kind of broken. So we're seeing more heavy control cards. By the way, if anyone knows what a good deck list for this looks like, please send me one. I do not know how to actually build a deck in this game. I'm just going to be honest. I just get the general gist. Morgus Twisted Wand. During your preparation phase, you may void, so you banish 1 discarded card. Deal 1 damage to your opponent's Neopet. So if you have this on board, you just get the 1 buried card in your discard. What's a buried card? The other card buried itself on discard. So I'm assuming that you have to have cards that like go into a in-between. There's like a second grave. Ooh, new fairy. Is this one also going to be banned? Once per turn, whenever you would add 1 or more cards to your hand, you may play 1 of those cards. Okay. It's pretty broken, so you get to search a card, and then you get to automatically play it if you have her. Albat Pet. Fetch 1 potion. You get to go search a potion. The Darrigan Hot Dog. This is, there we go, the Glizzy control deck. Discard 2, draw 3. It's a food. You can do it basically whenever. Foods are like instant speed. Ditch. So basically, ditch 3, draw 3. Hand, filter, deep draw, frogs. We actually have Graceful Charity in this fucking game. The game already had something better than Delinquent Duo, though, so. Power level is kind of insane. Mohog, Corbat. Foil Shoryu. Foil Loop. Yeah, ditch 2, draw 3. We have that on like every card. The Morrigan's Twisted Wand again. Hadrek. Target 1 of your opponent's equipment. Send it to their discard, then search your deck, discard, or inventory for 1 equipment and play that card. So you get to get your own equipment on the board, and then you also get to get rid of your opponent's. Control mixed with search. Game, like I said, has unbelievable power level. I wonder how many people are watching this that actually play the game. I wonder how many people actually play Neopets. I think there's supposed to be a locals for it, like an hour out, but the first time at Gen Con was so scarring for me that I didn't really... Oh, there we go, the Kacheek! Get our little Kacheek pile going. There at the top. We're zoomed in pretty far, so I don't have a lot of room. Oh, the Royal Uni! Damn. Not a Kacheek. Very sad. Big hit, though. Big hit. Pet Bone. Equipment during your prep phase. If you have this card, gain the effect of the Pet in the Battledome. You may have this card gain the effect of a Pet in the Battledome. So you can, like, take your opponent's Pet, I guess. Roll 1 dice. I think all the potions suck. Draw 2 cards. If you roll a 4, 5, or 6, draw 2. Your opponent doesn't get to draw for turn. That's... Yay, fun. This game's insane. They printed these cards. In a game like Neopets. It's okay. I guess the Neopet fans can handle it. I don't, Neopets... I don't think there are kids playing Neopets. I'll just say that much. We got the Code Stone. Foil Code Stone big. Kyla's Golden Brew. Roll 1 dice. Heal all of your health. During your opponent's next battle phase, their Neopet may take 2 additional attacks. This card fucking sucks. You, like, heal and then you die. You die if you don't get, like, an extra turn off of that. Dragoyle. I hate this thing. Jumbleberry. Oh, another berry. Avoid any number, increase or decrease the result of die by 1. Then for each berry, oh, you get to, like, turbo. So avoid any number of the berries in your name from your inventory. I guess it goes in the handless deck, right? Because you're like, you don't have to play the food, because playing a food is a -1. But if we are using our broken discard effects and just discarding all the food, I guess. Another Sally, but this one's foil. Skeeth, another ditch 2, draw 3. Morris, play up to 2 equipment from your hand. If your Neopet is level 4 or higher, this card gains the following effect until the end of this turn. Double the attack gain from equipment, and your opponent's maximum attack can exceed 10 this turn. So you get to play this down, boom, and then go to like 20 plus attack and then kill your opponent. The Elemental Rock. I don't even know what I'm doing with these cards. They're just going to random places. During each player's battle phase, you may discard any number of cards. For each card discard this way, your opponent's Neopet loses 1 agility. This card sucks. It goes in, I guess, the handless deck. But if you're handless, you don't have cards to discard. Card's actually terrible. We have cards that say, like, your opponent has a 50% chance of not being able to play the game, and then you're going to print the Rock, the Eerie, the Scorchio, Grundle's Warehouse, the second one. Darrigan General Sword. If you have fewer cards in your inventory, this isn't handless. Gain attack equal to the difference. Your opponent's maximum attack can exceed 10. Just put this thing down. Boom. You like roll 15 attack dice, one shot your opponent. Easy game. But I bet there's something more broken. I don't know. I guess you have like anti like stun. I hated the stun. It was unbelievable. Aqua Berry, void any number of berries, remove a status effect. If you do draw one card, then for each berry, draw one card. Infinite draw, basically you can discard down, boom, draw what you need, then discard down again. Give you gas for the discard your entire hand to reduce their agility card. Morgus Legend, exhume all cards in your discard. For each card exhumed this way, draw one card. What does that mean? Exhume. I don't know. We got new words that are not on the cards. We just have a word there. We have exhume. Gotta go on the Discord and ask what the hell does that mean? Lenny Zwitok, Scorchio, Foil, Drake, Lord Cass Amulet. The card enters the battlefield. Holy shit, this text is small. With an influence counter, during your prep phase, you may look at your opponent's inventory and void one card. So you have to look at their hand and hand rip them. With a level required 2 or less than the number of influence counters on this card. If a card was void this way, add 1 influence counter. At the end of your turn, your Neopet takes 1 damage for each influence counter. So your guy dies in like 3 turns. So you put this down, beginning of your turn after you play it, so like during your next turn, you hand rip them, and at the end of your turn, you're like for every card you hand rip, you tick down or you tick up. So like every turn is like in turn 1 it'd have 1. And then at the end of your turn, your Neopet takes a damage. But then on the second turn, takes 2. Your opponent skips their next draw phase. These cards are fucking broken, dude. It's like hand rip, but like a little less egregious. Fetch 1 Darrigan Legend or 1 card with Darrigan that's named from your discard. Searches the broken cards. Pet 4 health. How do Pets work? Don't know. I'm assuming like fairies, they probably go into a spot. How many can you have? Like probably 1. What do they do? I don't know. Are they like what are they? The guys in what were the guys in Planeswalkers in Magic? I'm assuming General Galgaroth. When you draw or add this card, if you have no other cards, so handless. Fewer cards in your hand gain attack equal to difference. If you have 0 cards, your Neopet may make it. Wasn't this a different card? Different guy, I guess. Foil. This is the awful card. There's a Codestone. A lot of cards in a booster. Usually feels pretty good. Just buying 2 boosters and hoping, seeing what you get. I feel like I have a lot of cards from this. It's like, I mean, I buy a full case of Shadowverse. I used to buy a full case of Shadowverse. That shit's done. Jaren, a die result of 5 is treated as a critical. So 5s and 6s kill your opponent. Look at that foiling. It's okay. It ain't no Shadowverse card quality when they try sometimes. Until the end of your turn, equipment do not count as a card played. Oh, so you play this thing down and you just dump your entire hand onto the board, like for equipment? Get you going for gas. You got to be the level to play it. I guess it's good if you can, like... Oh, Walkie! Walkie! We got the Chinese Walkie. Royal. I like it. Kyla's Potion of Freezing. Roll 1 dice. Deal 1 damage to your Neopet. On a critical success, instead, deal 2 damage and freeze your opponent's Neopet. Kill your opponent by rolling dice. Is the dice deck good yet? I know that the people in set 1 they're saying it's a meme. But you have like some cards. I think I can guarantee. I know freezing is broken in this game. Corbat, Chia, Snidleberry, Castle Defender Shield. Whenever you would take damage, you may send this equipped card. Reduce that damage to 0. Neopet cannot take damage. Broken, the Horde. Deck for 1 Darrigan Villain or Darrigan Legend and play it. So search anything. A 3-drop can play a 5-drop. Drake, Galert, Aisha, Master Vox. We've already seen him. The Royal Paintbrush. Excited to get that. No, that goes with the Kacheek. I have never seen this thing. Danner. This is like the Falador Knights. Search your deck for 1 Meridell hero or legend and play that card. Okay, so it's the... Usually it's like, I know in set 1 there was like heroes and villains. And this one it's Meridell and Dark. The bird guy. Mohawk. Uni. Evil or Darrigan. Kyle's chemistry set. Kayla's. Play a potion requires die roll. Roll 1 additional dice and resolve all results. So you get like double fucking successes. Your opponent is dead forever. They're frozen forever. Drake. Eerie. Corbat. Foil. Usul. King Scarl. Another Grundle. We got 3 of them. Jumbleberry and the Bree. Next up, we have the Loop, the Chia, the Uni, the Foil Codestone, Darrigan, Mincy, Kalis Potion, and the Vo Codestone. Always like to get the Foil Codestones whenever I see them because, yeah, bling out your deck in this game. Skeeth, Jub, Usul, the Fake Cast Charm again, Broken, the Pet Bone, being able to steal the card. Double Agent, look at your opponent's hand. You may play 1 card from your inventory with level card equal to or less than your Neopet level. Steal a card out of your opponent's hand. Better than hand rip. The best card in your deck is the ones in theirs, and it goes in either deck. It's got both little crest symbols at the top. That's why it's the Double Agent. Zuitat, Mincy, Poogle, Jub. Jaren Shield. During your opponent's battle phase, while calculating damage, your critical success are treated as 2 successful blocks. Kayla, Legend. Until the end of this turn, potions do not count as card play. Did you just fucking play this down, dump your entire hand, instantly kill your opponent? They're banished instead of going to grave. Your opponent, if your Neopet is level 4 or higher, you gain until following turn. Whenever you roll 1 or more successes on a potion, deal 1 damage. You get to roll like 20 dice in a turn and instantly blow up your opponent. Maybe we just play that because that sounds funny. If anyone has a Kayla deck, please send it to me. I want to blow up my opponent by rolling a bunch of dice, even if it sucks. We don't need the paintbrushes. We don't need any of that. We got the foil Skeeth. We got the Royal Drake. 3 Royals in the box. Is that good or is that expected? I guess we'll figure out soon because guess what? Boom! Second box. That's right. We bought 2. If you can't tell by this open, it's so easy to make me happy. I don't actually have like much, I don't think it takes much to make me happy. I know I play this game and people are like, man, you're such a doomer, you're such a blah, 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 blah. It really doesn't take much to make me happy, okay? The Poogle, the Aisha, the Foil Loop, the Foil Lenny, the Spider Potion, Dragoil, the Codestone Lou. I'm actually really surprised. It's been over a year and we're on the 3rd set. I guess those Neopet people have like infinite fucking money or something. I think it got bought out by some people. Kacheek? I think it got bought out by some people who made a lot of money on Bitcoin or something. And then, you know, they were fans of Neopets. Like, if you're older, you know what Neopets is. It's been around since the 90s. It's like predates, it's Webkins before Webkins. And, yeah, I mean, they were like, hey, like, we don't want this franchise to die. We'll just buy it. And then, you know, the Neopets used to be run by Wizards of the Coast back in the day. I have a couple of the cards. Not up here, but I have the cards from, like, way back in the day from WotC. And, yeah, it was just, like, a big part of the game was, like, having the little card game. So They got it remade, and I don't know. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. I said I don't know where you. Yes, yes! I fucking never pulled the other one on the other stream. Let's go. We got the fucking foil Kacheek. Hell yeah! There we go. The Royal Kacheek. Nothing else matters. This was the best box opening of all time. But yeah, no, like they, you know, they didn't want it to die, and so they bought the company, and it's like not the worst game. I mean, it's like not a game you're gonna find players for, but it's not unenjoyable. Some of the like random card games are like just straight up unenjoyable. Like Union Arena, that game's awful. And it's got the aesthetic I like, right? Like, it's got the Kacheeks, it's got the walkies. Haven't played Neopets in an eternity, but I do, I think it's a funny franchise. We're still pulling a lot of the same, so kind of just blazing through. Last time, I think we got 3 Royals, was it? Pulled the walkie too. So we got 1, 2, 3 Royals in the first box. Let's see, is this box also going to be 3? Usually they were pretty good about like 2 to 3 hits in a box. And that one set, it was like almost every pack had like some crazy foiling on like one card. And I think the art's like, I mean, it's Neopet art, right? But it's, set 1 looked really bad, like kind of. There was like the the frost cannon, but like this set, like the art's looking better. So they're trying. I mean, you gotta get people to play Neopets, so that's hard. Mr. Scary, draw, discard. Oh, this is the one that lets you search a card and play it. The big thing I like about this is if you do like the if you play like Shadowverse or a game that needs dice, they have really nice dice. Like I got one over here. We got these really nice dice for this game. They are like countdowns, so they're like, you know, not rollable, but they've got very big numbers on them. Something with like Shadowverse, when I was like trying to record physical games before I completely gave up on that because the amount of editing needed on a physical game is too much. Roll 1 die on a search your deck for 1 potion, play that card, gain defense equal to the potion's requirement. I don't know, seems okay. Hat. Play a potion that requires a die roll. Each result of 3 is treated as a success. So like you get 60% chance on the potions. I mean, yeah, like the physical card games, like, right, like sometimes you want the big dice, like especially if you're playing in like a person. And the big dice are pretty nice. A lot better than the pips, I think. I think the pips they're okay. Kacheek, Tekko, Foil Mao, Poogle, Morgan's Twisted Wand, Hardak. Target one of your... I'm just putting cards in fucking random places. This is awful. I'll deal with it later. Speaking of things to deal with later, I have infinite Shadowverse that I still have not sorted because I have not heard back from Bushiroad. But this isn't about Bushiroad. This is about Neopets from Upper Deck Entertainment. Ixie, Foil Jub. Fuck this card. Made me quit the game. Jaren's Sword. During your battle phase, while calculating damage, increase the damage dealt to your opponent's Neopet by each critical success by 1. So, when you swing, if you roll a 6, that damage is unblockable. The way it works is... yeah, the stats, boom, that's how many dice you roll for attack. This is how many dice you roll to block. And then this is how many rerolls you get is the spread between the yellows. And then and when you roll a 6 while attacking, the attacking is broken, obviously. Because you want the game to end, boom, your opponent takes damage guaranteed. And if you roll a 6 with this, instead of dealing 1 damage, you do 2. Unblockable. Unless you have those equipments that say you don't take damage for the turn. And then we have Ixium again. I have no idea what that means. The problem with the small TCG is like something's just completely unclear. And you're just supposed to know. You're supposed to know. I mean, who's playing Neopets? Who has the Neopet cards from their LGS? Answer, no one. So, you know, you just expect people to be willing to go onto the wiki and learn what Exhume is, because you're just supposed to know. Such a... It's like, that's like actually the most unintuitive word too. I have no idea. Oh, we got a red Kacheek, dude. Let's go. Foil Walkie. Walkies are also good. They're not as good as Kacheeks, but they're also good. Walkie's been in every set. Kacheek has been in every set. You know what, though? You know who's on the front of this mat and is on the back of the fucking sleeves? The Grail? Grarl? Not a single card. He's on that one. He's that one evil guy. That's it. Grarl, you know, I think he was like top of the charts when you were a kid because he's like Charizard. You know, he's Charizard at home for the kids. Now, Jaren Sword again. 2. Broken. 2's a playset. Yeah, Grarls were like the #1 most popular Neopet, I think, back when I was a kid in the early 2000s. And now the mighty have fallen. The Kacheeks are the ones that are left to stand at the end. I knew I had superior taste. It just took the TCG 25 years later to tell me that I was right. Corbat, Mincy, Jub. Well, we still have not pulled. We've only pulled the one Royal. Yeah, this guy. He's the first Growl, I think. Could be worse. Could be Danner. It's fucking Danner? Danner looks like a loser. Kyle's... Danner also has a stupid name. There's a Danner watching this video. Let me know. I've never met somebody named Danner. I'm just going to assume that's like a fantasy name and like a fantasy name at home. Ixi, Usul, Foil Kacheek. Terrible. Okay, we're at 2 Royals. That means we probably have 1 more. Or maybe 2 more. Maybe we're lucky. We haven't pulled a like full art. So nothing crazy out of the pack yet. The Jub, the Morgus, Kayla Super Potion, and the Zwei Coatstone. Looks like 3 pets, like got like 1 like painted pet or something. Paintbrushes, not too hard to get by. Honestly, I like this game because it feels like you can buy like... I know this is like wrong. Kayla, yeah, dude, we're going to build the Kayla deck. It feels like you can buy like 2 boxes. A playset is actually 2 in this game. It's not actually higher. It's not like 3 or 4. And a lot of the pulling is for foil variants, so it actually feels like it's very cheap. I know that the Jadora and like I have my Queen Fiora. I don't own the Jadora. I know those cards are ungodly expensive. They're like 1 per case. And who the hell is buying... Ooh, foil royal paintbrush. Who the hell is buying a case of Neopets is the question. And the answer is like no one. A few people? There's a few people. So it's just like those cards are like 200 to 300. But other than those, you know, cards are not too bad, I don't think. Unless I'm like wrong and there's some horrible card that I'm missing completely. I have to look at the set and go from there. So, oh my god, dude, I'm recording upstairs in my house and I put on a jacket so I could have this lapel mic on, and I'm dying. I'm trying to get through this. King Scarlet. Choose 1 card type. Look at the upper bottom of your deck. If that card is a chosen type, you may play it. Yo, you got to play this with Convulsion of Nature. There we go. That's the combo. Berry, banish, die roll by up to 2. Decrease the result of a die by up to 2. Then for each berry card voided by this card's effect, repeat this. So it's like minus your opponent's die roll. Roll 1 die on a success. Heal damage for Neopet equal half the maximum hit points. And then they get an additional attack. Okay, so... These, like, heal potions seem to suck. I don't think I want to be playing those. Unless it's, like, just fodder to help me get my potion count up for my OTK deck. Where I Kayla 2 times in a row. I sandbag 1 pet, and then I just blow them up. I think we're still missing a royal. Super Juicy Berry. Look at that boy. Fucking... He's a big boy. Result of a die by up to 2, then for each berry voided, increase. Ooh, increase. This one's broken. Super Juicy Berry is good. That's how you kill people. That's how you do the combo. Okay, and then we're going to look at the total pulls after. Scorchio, Drake, Skeeth, Galarian, Green Knight Shield. Okay, did we hit 3 on this one, or did we only hit 2? We hit the Mohawk. Okay, so we got 5 and 2. Is that good? It is good because we pulled the Kacheek. And we got the double Jiren sword. Okay, so these are the super high-end ones, are these. So we got, I guess that's like 5 hits per box, right? Because we got the 2 and then the 3, and then we got the 4. Sorry, the 2 and 2 and the 3 and 1. So it's 4 hits a box is basically the way it looks. And then, yeah, we got some Kacheeks. So, yeah, overall, pretty good box opening. Let me know if you got the Kayla Potion deck. If not, I'm going to have to brew it myself. And I'll see you all at Gen Con. Until then, see ya.